Today's commencement party will be led by the City of Chattanooga Pipes and Drums, followed by mace bearer Dr. Joni Somparak, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga Chancellor Stephen Angle, and the University of Tennessee System President Dr. Joe DiPietro. And now entering are members of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the class of 2017 graduates.
Please remain standing for the national anthem, and gentlemen, please remove your hats. Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Gerald Ainsworth, Provost and Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, and it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the 249th commencement exercises of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. As indicated in your program, the music this morning was provided by the Chattanooga Brass Ensemble. The first piece that was played this morning was written by our very own Kenyon Wilson, fanfare of the Gaffalons, who is also directing our ensemble. Please recognize the ensemble at this time. For your convenience today, we have closed captioning located above the stage. It is my pleasure now to introduce the individuals joining me on the platform this morning who will not be introduced later in the program. I ask that each one stand as I call your name. Dr. Brian Rowland, Vice Chancellor for Development and Alumni Affairs and Executive Director of the UC Foundation. Mr. George Huddleston, Senior Associate Vice Chancellor for Marketing and Communications. Dr. Richard Brown, Executive Vice Chancellor for Finance, Operations, and Information Technology. Dr. Joni Somprak, President of the Faculty Senate. Dr. Dee Dee Anderson, Interim Vice Chancellor for Student Development. Dean Teresa Litka, Dean of the Library. Dr. Linda Faust, Dean of the Honors College. Dr. Joanne Romagni, Vice Chancellor for Research and the Dean of the Graduate School, and the deans who will be celebrating their college's graduation this afternoon, Dr. Michael Jones, Associate Dean of the College of Business, and Dr. Valerie Rutledge, Dean of the College of Health Education Professional Studies. Thank you. It is an honor to celebrate this day with you, a moment that ends one period of your lives while propelling you into the next. The famous novelist Louis L'Amour once said, "There will come a time when you believe everything is finished. That will be the beginning." Nowhere is that moment more true than graduation. You have successfully finished your undergraduate work and should be proud of yourselves. It is no small accomplishment, and you should enjoy that feeling. Your determination, hard work, and desire to learn, you are now ready for whatever faces you in the future. There are scientific discoveries for you to make, patients to heal, children to teach, technological breakthroughs to develop, and businesses to help succeed. But this is a shared achievement, an effort from you, your family, and your friends. Will the family and friends of graduates please stand and receive our grateful applause? Graduates, please recognize these individuals. Also deserving recognition today are our faculty members at UTC who have dedicated to cultivating an atmosphere of curiosity and determination and community in our students. Would members of our distinguished faculty stand and accept an expression of our appreciation? When it comes to the graduates themselves, this year's commencement is a testament to the diversity of UTC's graduates and their abilities. One student was homeless before coming to UTC and now is a graduate of the Honors College. Another immigrated to the U.S. from Nicaragua at age 10, became a U.S. citizen as a senior in high school, and is graduating with a degree in accounting. There are 13 Brock Scholars and 7 Innovation and Honors students from the Honors College. 44 student athletes are graduating today. 26 won at least one Southern Conference title in their careers, while 12 made the All-SoCon team. 2 are All-American football players, and 1 is an academic All-American with a 3.63 grade point average as an exercise science major. 1 is a 2-time most valuable player in the Southern Conference Women's Basketball Tournament, as well as the 2017 SoCon Defensive Player of the Year, and is graduating with a degree in psychology. Another is the MVP of the 2016 Southern Conference Men's Basketball Tournament and has earned a degree in integrated studies. In addition, there are 27 veterans graduating today. Not only do we congratulate you on earning your degree, we extend thanks to you for serving our country. We also extend our grateful appreciation to your family members who are at home. Now I'm going to ask all veterans and their family members to please stand and be recognized one more time. Please stand if you're a veteran graduating today or a veteran. Graduates, as you move forward into your new life, you carry an education that has prepared you for success. Feel pride, honor what you have done, and embrace your future. But understand that learning is a lifelong pursuit, and you should never believe that you know all there is to know. Keep your mind open, and opportunities will open before you. Thank you, and again, congratulations, graduates. It is now my honor to introduce the University of Tennessee System President, Dr. Joe DiPietro, who will bring greetings from the UT system.
Thank you very much, Provost Ainsworth. Good morning. Obviously, this is an exciting day for all of you, your families, and the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. It's my honor to congratulate you on behalf of the University of Tennessee system. This campus, together with those in Knoxville, Memphis, and Martin that bear the UT name, along with numerous institutes throughout the state, and UT Extension in every county, make up the great University of Tennessee system. And on every UT campus, new graduates this month are celebrating a milestone, like you are, walking across the stage, shaking hands, and collecting their diplomas. And each diploma says, the University of Tennessee, just as yours do. You're part of a statewide University of Tennessee system of higher education. You have helped us advance knowledge and fundamentally impact quality of life throughout this state and beyond. You have done this as students and in a proud tradition that goes back many decades. You will continue to do that as UT alumni. We are proud of what you've already accomplished, and we look forward to what you accomplish in the future. Today is the culmination of 4 years of very hard work and dedication. Everyone on this stage, including myself, remembers the relief and the excitement of this moment. Maybe in my case, I remember the relief more than the excitement. Whether you remember anything else about this ceremony, you will always remember this day, knowing the milestone you have reached. We hope you will also remember your alma mater, UTC. Spread the word about your experiences here. Tell others they should attend UTC. We want to educate future generations of great students, which you were, and to work with them as alumni, which you soon will be. You know, you can measure great universities like UTC many ways. You can look at graduation rates. You can look at the discoveries that happen in research activities at UTC. But one of the best measures I like to take a look at is the continued involvement of alumni in the affairs of the university. So be involved as alumni. and help us continue to make the University of Tennessee great. I commend you on your hard work and dedication. I congratulate you again on your achievements. Lastly, be well, do good work, and Godspeed, and congratulations one more time. Thank you.
It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Stephen Angle, Chancellor of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Dr. Angle assumed his role as Chancellor and the 17th leader of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga on July 1st, 2013.
Well, congratulations, graduates. Aren't they an incredible group of people who I know are going to go out and change the world? Wow, what a great group. I commend each and every one of you for your hard work and dedication. I'm honored to serve as your chancellor and have the opportunity to salute your accomplishments today, to be joined by your friends and family, our faculty, staff, and university community. Many of you were freshmen in the fall of 2013. That was my freshman year as a chancellor, so to some extent we're both graduating today. During your time as a student at UTC, you've helped to shape and mold this campus into a better institution than we were prior to your arrival. You've seen changes in your own lives and participated in the evolution of the life of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. You've seen Chamberlain Field. It's no longer a field of mud and weeds. It's a beautiful landscaped park where students enjoy being outside. You've seen Cardiac Hill transformed from a path of gravel, mud, into a wonderful walkway that is a very signature part of our campus. You've seen our library open and taken advantage of it. And more importantly for some of us, there's a Starbucks right close to Founders Hall. So many changes and so much has happened, and we're here today to celebrate those, but to look to the future and what you're going to accomplish as you move on from UTC. I want to thank the faculty who are serving as marshals here today and those attending the ceremony. Thank you for all you give to this university, to our students, how you inspire our students and encourage them to do their very best, and sometimes do things they didn't know were possible, that they could do them. You're an incredible group of educators, and I'm honored to work with you. I also want to acknowledge your Student Government Association President, Kelsey Weaver, who is also graduating today, and thank her for all of the time, not just being a student, but being the SGA president takes an incredible amount of time and effort, and she has put that in. Thank you, Kelsey. Graduates, I wish you great success in the future. Continue to wear your Power C with pride. Keep in touch with us. This is your university. You are the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and we want you to be proud of this university and see your degree appreciate and value in the years when you are an alum. But it's now my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Mr. Albert Woodard. I met him at an event for the Chamber of Commerce in our community and listened to the story of this incredible alumni of UTC and thought our graduates need to meet Mr. Woodard. So he's a UTC alumnus who founded and led Business Computer Applications Incorporated into the nation's largest minority-owned software development company. He sold it 3 years ago, and he now serves as chairman and board of directors of KZ Incorporated, one of the country's leading healthcare IT companies. He's a 1974 graduate of UTC, earning a Bachelor's of Science degree in Industrial Engineering. Mr. Woodard has spent his entire career devoted to expanding the use of technology in the field of healthcare and public health. He played a key role in developing software and computer systems which are now used worldwide by physicians, clinics, county health departments, and correctional health facilities. He's helped develop and implement one of the country's first electronic medical record systems and the world's largest telemedicine system outside of the U.S. Department of Defense. A Chattanooga native, Mr. Woodard was previously recognized as an outstanding alum by the UTC School of Engineering. He was the first person to receive that award within 10 years of his graduation. He's also a member of the UTC chapter of Omega Psi Phi fraternity and now works with local chapters to increase involvement and membership. Mr. Woodard gives generously of his time to support his community. He served on the board of directors at Erlanger Medical Center, Hamilton County Regional Planning Commission, Chamber of Commerce, the Boys Club of America. Before my time, but with the previous chancellor, he was on the UTC Chancellor's Roundtable, Hamilton County Adopt-a-School program, and many, many more. This is a successful businessman who has given back to his community. Mr. Woodard, in addition to his UTC degree, holds a Master's of Business Administration from Georgia State University. Please join me in welcoming UTC alumnus, Mr. Albert Woodard.
Thank you, Dr. Engler. I am normally a freelance kind of speaker, but I got a call the other day, and the interpreters wanted to see a copy of the speech, so I had to go write a speech. I had about 25 speeches in my head, but none of them on paper. So I wrote this speech and I sent it over after editing it and reading it over and over and over again. And it was a beautiful speech. It's a magnificent speech. So I'm going to read it to you. Bear with me. I won't be long. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for that great introduction. I am humbled. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Albert Woodard. I am a 1974 graduate of UTC from the School of Engineering / Computer Science. Actually, I'm a 1973 graduate, 1973 and a half. I was a little late. I was somewhat slow. I was a co-op student. I want to thank Dr. Engel for allowing me to speak with you today and allowing me to address UTC's graduating class 2017. But before I get started, I want to congratulate the graduates. This is a major accomplishment, and you should be proud, and you should celebrate. It is difficult to remain in the education system for 16 or 17 years. And I understand today somebody's been in it for 40 years and just now graduating. So they need special recognitions and congratulations for that type of endurance. It's hard to remain focused for that number of years to the point that you graduate. That is a heck of a job. Let me also congratulate the families and the friends of the graduates, because supporting someone through this long, tedious, trying journey is also not easy. But let me assure you that it is worthwhile. It is worth every second that you've invested in it. Not just the graduates, but the families and the friends too. It will pay off in spades. It certainly has for me. I'd like to congratulate the faculty and the administration and the whole team at UTC that helped prepare these fine students for graduation and kept these families engaged. That is also not an easy job. I know that for part of my life, my father was an educator. He only was an educator when he had kids in school, otherwise he didn't work. But I also have a sister that retired from the Tennessee school system, and she's a fine teacher, and we have a lot of respect for the educators in the world. Let me say that I know why you're here today, graduates. It isn't to hear me speak. You're here to receive your degrees that you so greatly deserve because you've earned them. Therefore, my speech will be short and hopefully sweet, not too short, but real sweet. Dr. Lou Sullivan, the founder of the Morehouse School of Medicine, once told me that Columbia University in New York City traditionally held their commencement ceremonies outside. One year when the commencement ceremonies was taking place and the speaker approached the podium, it began to rain. Everybody wondered, what in the world are we to do? The speaker approached the podium and said, "Congratulations, good luck, best wishes, and goodbye." He got a standing ovation. I'll speak a little bit longer, however, since we're inside. I will tell you why Dr. Angler really asked me to speak today. I'll tell you, graduates, what I think of you all. And I'll tell you what I think your responsibilities are going forward and the things that you should do. My opinion. I really wasn't asked to come here today because of all the great things that have happened to me over the years. Some of those things pointed out in the introduction. It was because on my way over here today, actually on my way over here, I was riding on the shoulders of my mother. I was going from one grandmother's house to the other late in the evening when my mother fell, dropping me to the ground and falling next to me. I remember thinking this woman had dropped me. My mother cursed like a sailor. I had learned to curse like a sailor, but I can't tell you what a sailor was thinking. It was my first memory in life. It's the first thing I recall in life. I was 3 years old. My mother got up, picked me up on her shoulders, where I have ridden ever since. My mother was a maid. I took after her. I have seen myself as the very best servant in the world ever since. My expertise is in service. Later, on my way over here, I sat with my grandfather in his outhouse just 50 feet from his house where I was born and where mostly I was raised. He taught me to rub newspaper together so that I could make toilet tissue. Even though the smell of the outhouse was overwhelming, and there were wasps up in the corner, and even though it was too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter, and we had no bathrooms in the house, I was so happy to be with my grandfather. He had taught his children and his grandchildren many things. But most of all, he taught us how to work hard and he taught us how to play hard. From these experiences, I learned that the best place in the world was wherever I was at the time. I'm going to make a point here to the graduates. Wherever you are in the world, as you travel throughout this world, you will find that the very best place in the world is where you are. The very best place in the world today, for me, is standing up on this stage in front of you. It's better than the nightlife in Paris. It's better than being on safaris in Africa. It's better than being in the technology centers in India. The very best place in the world is right here. On my way over here, I stopped by an all-black elementary school and an all-black middle school where I stayed until we integrated the school systems here in Hamilton County in the 1960s. I then went to Ooltewah High School, which was all white at the time, where I won the science and the math awards, was elected to the student body as a school officer, was a four-sports athlete, and got expelled from school for fighting in my senior year. It almost started a race riot, and I got exactly what I deserved. I had no business fighting. I lost all of my academic scholarships and all my sports scholarships. So right after graduation from high school, I came to UTC in the summer right away, 17 years old. And a coach in McClellan Gym gave me a job, a summer job, and told me that if I worked that summer job and if I was a good boy and acted like I could play a little ball, he'd do two things for me. He'd help me get admitted to UTC, and he would make sure that I was introduced to the basketball coach. So I did that summer job. I made the basketball team. I majored in engineering and computer science. And before my freshman year was over, the head of computer science convinced me to quit basketball and pay my attention to engineering. He told me about a co-op program that he was starting, and that if I were to get hired as a co-op student, I would have everything paid. I wasn't getting that from the basketball team. So I agreed to do that. I was hired by IBM. At the time, was the most profitable company in the world. When I graduated from UTC, I went to work for IBM full-time as a software developer. Stayed for 4 years and left and started a software development company that became very successful. I later sold that company, and people believe that if I play my cards right, I'd never have to work another day in my life. But I'm not sure if I'm through playing cards. I'm not sure if I'm through gambling. Sure as hell sure that I'm not through living. You see, the reason Dr. Engel asked me to speak with you today is because he recognized that if I could find happiness, live my dreams, and become exactly who I wanted to be given the circumstances of my journey, so could you. This is what I think about you. People say, what is on their minds? Have they gone crazy? This is your generation. Are they committed to anything? And they go on and on and on with these questions. But I personally believe that you are part of the greatest generation of all time. I believe that you and other 2007 graduates in other schools are the greatest college graduates that mankind has ever produced in 500 million years here on earth. I believe that you are the most evolved, the most humane, the best educated, and the best prepared to carry us into the future than any that have ever come before you. You might even be the best dressed, but that's debatable. I believe that the future of the human race is safe in your hands because I believe that you have the vision, the foresight, the tools to make the world what it should be from a human perspective. I believe that you have more knowledge, information, and data in your pockets and in your pocketbooks than any library in the world ever. And if you don't have that information and that knowledge in your pocketbook and in your pockets, all you have to do is reach out into the clouds and get it. No other generation of graduating class before you has ever been so well prepared to move us forward on our evolutionary journey. And that's God's honest truth. When your name is called and you walk across this stage and receive your degrees, you will receive a first-class ticket to what I believe is the greatest show on earth. Your degrees are that first-class ticket. These tickets will allow you to not only watch the show, but will give you the right and the great privilege to write the scripts, produce and direct the shows, and play the parts that you want to play. Yes, I said the parts because you can play multiple roles. And if you don't like the roles that you are playing, you can stop and go play another role. And if you get tired, you can stop the play altogether and you can rest. And even if the new role doesn't suit you, you can go back and play the other roles again. You will have the right to sit at the table with those of us who have earned degrees and those of us that have taken a leadership position in becoming whatever we aspire to be. Your choice may be to continue your education, stay at home, or travel the world. At some point, you may choose to start a family or continue to raise the family that you have. You may choose to be an educator or a teacher of faith. You might pursue athletics or entertainment, business or social work. You may practice law or medicine, engineering or computer science. Your goals may be to just have a happy family or to see the world, teach our children, share your faith. You may decide to feed the hungry, help prevent or treat health threats, ensure justice is equally decided, or explore and discover new worlds throughout the universe or here. Regardless of your choice, your goals, you have earned the right to be whatever it is you want to be. My advice to you is pursue happiness. And I see no better way to pursue happiness and to earn happiness than for you to serve others. While this is a great world that we live in, we need your help to make it a more perfect world. You see, there are still over 1 billion people worldwide that wake up every day and don't have clean water to drink or to bathe in. There are millions of people that are homeless or live in shanty houses, the equivalent of cardboard houses that are severely damaged whenever there's a strong wind or strong rain. There are millions of people starving or malnourished even today. There are diseases and health threats where we have no means of preventing or curing. And many we could prevent if we only were able to teach those people that are threatened what they need to do to prevent it. Let me point out here that the biggest killer of women today is heart disease. It is totally prevented. It is a bigger killer than any of the cancers all put together. Breast cancer, lung cancer, blood cancer. Heart disease is the biggest killer. It's about what you eat. It's about stress. It's about your lifestyle. And even in America, we are challenged with too many homeless, malnourished, and poor people who don't have access to affordable houses and affordable health care. Nearly 50 million people in America live below poverty. That's our definition of poor. That means that you don't have the means to provide for yourself or for your family. We have the largest incarceration rate per population than any place in the world. Nearly 3 million people are in jail and prisons just today. And many of those incarcerated, they say 30 or 40% have mental disorders and would be better served in hospitals than in jails. In my opinion, we have a serious drug problem. A lot of drugs that are illegal need to be legal, and a lot of those that are illegal, and a lot of those that are legal need to be illegal. Our families are changing. 40 years ago, the majority of the kids that lived in the families in America lived in homes where 75% of those homes, the parents were married, and they were married for the first time. 75% lived in homes like this 40 years ago. Today, that has changed. Only 35% of our population lives in families where there are 2 parents. And now there are 35% that live in single-family homes. And of those that live in the single-family homes, half of those live with parents that have been divorced and remarried again. So today what's happening is that our families are being reconfigured, and we must adapt to that. There's nothing wrong with it, but we have to adapt to it. And we have to adapt because we have to maintain family values. Because if we don't maintain family values, not only will the family deteriorate, but society as a whole will deteriorate. 40 years ago, when I was coming out of college, out of UTC, I was expected to have 4 jobs in my lifetime. Today, you are expected to have 20. Okay? That's not a bad thing. What does that say about you after saying that you are the greatest of all times? What it says is that you're not satisfied with the status quo. What it says is that you are searching for happiness. What it says is that you believe that there is a better way and that there is a better world, and I challenge you to pursue that. While I suggest, I'm coming to a close, while I suggest you make yourself happy, I also suggest that you help solve the world's problems. That means if you only vote, or that you stay at home and raise your family, I believe you are obligated to let your actions be seen and your words be heard. While you have these rights, I believe that you owe a debt to those of us who came before you. I don't believe that debt are your student loans. I believe you are, however, responsible to pay that debt. You should pay that debt by helping to ensure that the next generation and that the next graduating classes are the greatest generation of all times and the greatest graduating class of all times. That's what you owe to the people before you, and you have to pay that for the people that's coming after you. Obviously, I could go on and on and on, but now I must stop. You didn't come here to hear me speak. You came here to get your degrees. So congratulations, best wishes, good luck, and God bless you. Amen.
At this time, I would like to congratulate all those graduates who are identified in the commencement program as candidates for Latin Honors. This distinction of Latin Honors is awarded to undergraduate bachelor degree students based on their cumulative GPA or grade point average. Cum laude, distinction is awarded to graduates with a minimum GPA of 3.5. Magna cum laude, distinction is awarded to graduates with a minimum GPA of 3.7. And summa cum laude, distinction is awarded to graduates with a minimum GPA of 3.9. Will the candidates for Latin Honors please stand? Thank you. We would also like to recognize the 5 Think Achieve students graduating this morning. Think Achieve graduates earn this recognition by participating in and reflecting upon experiences such as creative activities, internships, research, service, teaching, and connection to the campus and community. These graduates are engaged in hundreds of hours of involvement in the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, and Chattanooga communities. In addition, graduates must write reflective essays describing how the involvement has shaped their lives and enhanced their education. Will the Think Achieve graduates or candidates please stand? Thank you. Additionally, we would like to recognize the students graduating from the Honors College today. Honors College graduates are receiving degrees in disciplines that span all of the academic colleges. These students have completed additional degree requirements focused on academic excellence, outstanding leadership, and community service. Will the Honors College Dean, Dr. Linda Frost, and those students graduating as Honors College graduates please stand? Thank you. At this time, each of the academic deans will come forward to present the candidates for graduation from their respective colleges. At this time, would Dean Jeff Elwell please come forward to present candidates for graduation from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Good morning. Will the faculty and the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Provost Ainsworth, it's my honor to present 496 candidates for undergraduate degrees. Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences, please remain standing.
At this time, would Dean Daniel Pack please come forward to present the candidates for graduation from the College of Engineering and Computer Science.
Good morning. Would faculty and the candidates for bachelor's degrees from College of Engineering and Computer Science please rise and be recognized at this time. It's my honor to present 142 candidates for undergraduate degrees this morning. Candidates, please remain standing.
I would like to invite Chancellor Engel to join me at the podium at this time.
By virtue of the authority of the State of Tennessee vested in the Board of Trustees of the University of Tennessee, and by them delegated to me, I take great pleasure in conferring upon you the respective degrees for which you have been recommended, with all of the rights, privileges, honors, and obligations pertaining thereto. Undergraduates, you may now move your tassels from right to left.
You may be seated. Ms. Kelsey Weaver, President of the Student Government Association, will now offer her congratulations.
Class of 2017, it brings me great joy to say you finished. Whether you finished early or took a few victory laps because UTC is such a great place to be, your efforts should be celebrated. Your hard work and long hours have brought you to this momentous day, so congratulations on the papers you wrote and mountains you moved. I have always seen UTC as a place of great opportunity, and I truly think the greatest opportunity I have had here was to be your Student Government Association president. There is no greater honor than representing such a large group of people who have a passion for education and a distinct love for UTC. It is that passion, effort, and determination that brought you all here today, but we definitely had some help. On behalf of the class of 2017, I want to recognize those who have held us up along the way. Thank you to the faculty, staff, and administration of our university. You have helped us grow, taught us lessons in and out of the classroom, and made us realize our potential. Thank you to the friends who went with us on this journey, who endured the crying after our very first final and celebrated with us after our last, and all of the late-night city cafe runs in between. Lastly, thank you to everyone these graduates consider family for being our #1 fans and being here for us today, whether in physical presence or in spirit. The memories I have from the past 4 years will always hold a special place in my heart, and I can truly say I've had some of my highest highs here and some lows that were a little lower than I'd like to admit. But overall, there's nothing I would change. Every moment here has helped shape me into who I am today, and I truly hope you feel the same. While I was experiencing some of my lows, this day would be a day I would look to for comfort, and it's very surreal to be here now. Make sure you take a moment in all of the hectic activities of today to just breathe it in and recognize that you finally made it, because as much as I love UTC and don't want to leave, it sure does feel good to be up here ready to roll out. We have all learned many life lessons in our time here. Some are simple truths, like always come prepared because you never know what Chattanooga weather will bring, or don't go to the Ark in the month of January because everyone's New Year's resolution is to work out more, but they'll all quit in February. But some of the lessons we have learned hold more weight in our lives, and I hope we will never forget them. Here are a few of those lessons from me. Always treat everyone the way you would treat them on the worst day of their life, because you never know when it is. Practice self-care. You can't take care of anyone else if you're not taken care of. Love yourself for who you are. It's okay to love the parts of yourself that others see as flaws. And most importantly, stand up for what you believe in and be a voice to those who have had theirs taken from them. Anis Mojgani says it best in his spoken word poem, Shake the Dust. He says, "For those of you who are told, speak only when you are spoken to, and then are never spoken to, speak every time you stand so you do not forget yourself." I hope you can take these lessons and the many you have learned onto whatever your next adventure may be. I also hope you're ready for this phenomenal transition into the staple part of my graduation speech where I talk about the future. Here's the thing about the future. It's honestly scary. I'm afraid of what the future has to hold for me, and I know that many of you are too. Our entire lives we are told, don't be afraid, or there's nothing to be afraid of. I think we run from fear so often that we forget to use it as a tool. You can let fear be crippling, or you can let it drive you. Instead of intending to live fearlessly to reach your goals, look your fears dead in the eyes and say, "Watch this." I've probably talked for longer than 3 minutes at this point, so congratulations, class of 2017, and I just have 2 words left to say, Weaves out.
It is now my pleasure to call on Mr. Doug Brown, President of the UTC Alumni Board, who has joined us today to welcome you as UTC's newest alumni.
Good morning. On behalf of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga Alumni Board, it is my privilege to welcome you to the ranks of UTC alumni. Today we are gathered to celebrate your accomplishments. Your hard work and dedication to continuing your education has prepared you not just for a job or another step in your career, but for a journey of lifelong learning. Your education does not end here today, it has only just begun. As you leave UTC and set out to face new challenges in the days, weeks, and years ahead, remember that the UTC Alumni Board and Office of Alumni Affairs are here to support you. Please stay engaged with your alma mater. For those of you who would like a memento of this special day, Gold Council, graduates of the last decade, has prepared a DVD for purchase through the UTC bookstore. You spent several years working hard to earn your opportunity to walk across this stage to receive your degree. You have moved your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left to signify your accomplishments and your change in status from student to alumni. "We shall achieve" is the motto of our university. Class of 2017, you have achieved. On behalf of UTC Alumni Board, I wish you every success. Congratulations to our newest alums, and go Mocs.
Would Dr. Engel, Dr. DiPietro, the deans, and the marshals please take their positions?
Ladies and gentlemen, to be respectful of all graduates, please hold all your applause until the end. Will the recipients of undergraduate degrees please rise and come forward as directed by the marshals? Sure, one at a time. The following graduates are receiving their bachelor's degree from the College of Engineering and Computer Science. Tyler Stevens Adams.
The following graduates are receiving their bachelor degree from the College of Arts and Sciences. Marley Catherine Abbott.
MJ Al-Jutel.
Emily Nicole Abney.
Hussam Salih Al-Kushiban.
Shatha Ashley Abu Naim.
Farah Al-Sayad, elected to Alpha Society.
Stephen Kyle Akins.
Kyle S. Anderson.
Graham Kerr Alexander,
Clifford A. Armstrong,
Hannah Caroline Allen,
Dylan J. Arnold,
Mackenzie L. Ailey,
Isabella Sylvia Elena Arredondo,
Christopher Daniel Amrine,
Robert P. Barber,
Christopher Michael Anderson,
Casey Darnell Baxter,
Derek Matthew Anderson,
Ryan Austin Bearden,
Kyle B. Anderson,
Ryan C. Boggs,
Ashlyn Lauren Anish,
Richard H. Booker,
Nathan Hamilton Archer,
James Tyler Boring,
Dorothy Grace Arnett,
Andrea Borges Sanchez,
Linnea Naomi Ballinger,
Clark Byron Grady Boshers,
Gabriel Marquez Bailey,
Tanner W. Brandon,
Matthew Jared Baker,
Brandy Ann Brown,
Jacob Ryan Balzer,
Emily Taylor Brown,
Jessica Louise Bastianelli,
Patrick Roland Bruce,
Erica Adriana Bastida,
Noah Taylor Bowling,
Sarah Grace Battles,
Brian Daniel Bledsoe,
Mercedes Danielle Bodino,
Caleb P. Campbell,
Chastity M. Ball,
Erin Jessica Campbell,
Carolyn Louise Bates,
Brett Logan Cavender,
Lauren A. Beck,
Josh Andrew Chapman,
Sarah Catherine Bedo,
Benjamin Dupre Christie,
Brandon L. Benbow,
Michael Joseph Clavin Jr.,
Caitlin Allison Benez,
Landon Eli Cloud,
Krista Elizabeth Bennett,
Joshua Neal Kofer,
Patrick Warren Dwyer Bevis,
Patrick Stone Koffelt,
Callie Lorraine Bianchi,
Duncan Coffey,
Corey Austin Bird,
Matthew Ridge Kaufman,
Laura Elizabeth Black,
Cameron C. Coyle,
Abby Lynn Blazingame,
Lexus Chan Coleman,
Kristen N. Bowman,
William Howard Colvard III,
Libby Kate Boykin,
Drew Alexander Considine,
Maribeth Allison Brannon,
Brandon Christopher Crane,
Brian M. Broom,
Ernest McKinley Crutcher III,
Christina Amira Zachary Broom,
Thomas Lee Daniel,
Alexa Caroline Brown elected to Alpha Society,
Rihanna Lachey Daniels,
Derek Peter Brown,
William Caleb Davis,
Julia Mae Brown,
Taylor Stephen Dearman,
Samantha Lachey Browning,
Daryl Dwight Decker,
Regan Nicole Bryant,
Caleb A. Denny,
Robert Theodore Bryant,
Alexander C. Doss,
Patrick J. Buchanan Jr.,
Andrew D. Drake,
Bonnie Augusta Buffington,
Jerry Gray L. Duave,
Jalen Malcolm Burgess,
Derek J. Elam,
Trevor Allen Burnett,
Suzanne Elizabeth Eslick,
Devin Juwan Caldwell,
Britton Robert Fugit,
Hannah Elizabeth Caldwell,
Josh Victor Furwork,
Patrick Kalari,
Matthew Kyle Gallops,
Elizabeth M. Campbell,
Hector Elias Gutierrez,
Caitlin Michelle Campbell,
Grant M. Hancock,
Brandy Michelle Carmichael,
Nisarg Anil Hanasalia,
Brittany Hunter Carneal,
Robert Clifton Henry II,
Sierra Michelle Carter,
Ryan Christopher Henry,
Langston Dante Carter,
Peter J. Hills,
Olivia Page Case,
David D. Hoskins,
Paige Nicole Castleman,
Brandon Heath Hutchins,
Allison Catherine Kate, elected to Alpha Society,
Jonathan Devon Ingram,
Judith Elizabeth Verona Cathy,
Ben Christopher Irvin IV.
Riley Blake Cathy.
Imabang Isang.
Kayla Ariel Chambers.
Rikivius M. Johnson.
Madison Brianne Chambers.
Tammy Elizabeth Johnson Prano.
Anna Kate Chance.
Kevin B. Kyneth.
Christina Elizabeth Chesney.
Stephen J. Kirkwood.
Lawrence Chien. Jin Young Cho, elected to Alpha Society.
Brett David Kolbas.
Kayla Nicole Chrisman.
Houston Robert Coing.
Chris Lee Clayton.
Benjamin Clark Lampley.
Erin Michelle Klingerman.
James Shelton Lawson.
Morgan Faith Klomps.
Lucas Carlin Marsh.
Peyton Alexandria Koffelt.
Brian Joseph Marsluff.
Laura Nicole Coker, elected to Alpha Society.
Bobby E. Masterson II.
Marley Jean Coleman.
Michael Joseph Mauder.
Emily Ann Connard.
Autumn Deanna McCarroll.
Shelby Lane Connard.
Matthew Ian McDade.
Jonathan M. Burris Cook.
Timothy Seamus McGee.
Alyssa Rachel Cooper.
Jonathan Corey McCaig.
Simone Copeland.
Zachary Kyle Moody.
Ann T. Constable.
Jonathan Hunter Morris.
Abigail Grace Costa.
Robert Edward Owens IV.
Paul Allen Nation Courtney.
Zachary Michael Owens.
Jessica Dillon Cox.
David Moises Paras.
Edwin James Critchfield III.
Bharat Patel.
Levi Michael Kroll.
Brian R. Pauls.
Demetria Camille Crutcher.
David James Pavel.
Kiana D.R. Crutcher.
Brandon C. Pooh.
Tori Ann Current.
Daniel Gray Pieve.
Madeline Pauline Chikowski.
Jeremy Grage Pirtle.
Kendra Renee Daly.
Jordan Davis Pitt.
James N. Dalton.
David N. Pitts.
Alexandra June Davenport.
Lori Ann Pruitt.
Ashley Monique Davenport.
Jordan Andrew Ratledge.
Cassandra Julita Davis.
Ellis Richards.
Chandler Scott Davis.
Grant Foster Richmond.
Haley Morgan Davis.
John Michael Reardon.
Joseph Martin Davis.
Sarah Ann Roberts.
Rachel E. Davis, elected to Alpha Society.
Cohen Lee Rubel.
Simone Nakia Davis.
Justin Wayne Rudder.
William Taylor Deakins.
Keith Patrick Shaw.
Patrick Allen Dean.
Joshua Logan Schoenbachler.
William P. Dean.
Nicholas Timothy Scoggins.
Mason L. DeGroot.
David Anthony Scruggs II.
Jennifer Faith DeLille.
Dax Donovan Serio.
Miranda Blue DeMayi.
Jamie Carol Sexton.
Nikki A. DeMayo.
Bradley Michael Shepard.
Jamie Marie Darajudas.
Caleb Aaron Schoen.
Thomas Ward Deschmendi.
Robert Lewis Slaughter III.
Hannah Dennis.
Dylan Powell Sluss.
Amy R. L. Devon.
Doug Smith.
Nathan Zachary DeVries.
Jacob M. Smith.
Sarah Morgan Dubry.
Summer A. Stevens.
Jared O. Dix.
Christopher B. Strickland.
Anthony Niles Duff.
Justin Blake Redden.
Sarah Michelle Domovich.
Stephen Caleb Tatum.
David Lawrence Doster Jr.
Ashley Nicole Thompson.
Mary Frances Drake.
Taylor Heath Tittle.
Caroline Dotson.
Brandon Chase Turner.
McAllister S. Draper,
Terrell B. Turner,
Evan Lynn Driscoll,
Carter Ray Vaughn,
Ashton Kayla Dubell,
Jacob Watkins,
Kimberly Danielle Durham,
Wade M. Watson,
Justin Delaney Irvin,
Chris R. Weldon,
Joyce Mary Etherly,
Jordan Nelson West,
Quintarius Jamal Elliott,
Brandon H. Wetzel,
Casey Dupree,
Wesley Keith Whitener,
Joseph Edward Ellison,
Seth Thomas Williams,
Joanna Wynn Elmore,
Aaron J. Wilson,
Michaela S. Elliott,
Elizabeth Maria Winter.
Carter R. Elsie.
The following graduates are receiving their bachelor's degree from the College of Arts and Sciences. Bradley James Myers,
Catherine Emig,
McCall Alexis Neighbors, elected to Alpha Society.
Michelle Enclalada Mieles, elected to Alpha Society.
Victoria Allison Nash,
Mary Grace Irvin,
Elliot Gray Newell,
Sierra Jasmine Evans,
J. Ton Wynn,
Miranda Jean Fields,
Jacob A. Norbergen,
Nathan Robert Fitzgerald,
Savannah Ellen Nyholm,
Rachel Lenore Flack,
Allison Lynn Offit,
Garrison Dale Folkman,
Carmen Maria O'Hagan,
Lisa Schumpert Franklin,
Paige Jasmine Oldham,
Tiffany Elizabeth Franks,
Lisa Michelle Ong,
Alaire Beatrice Gage,
Abigail Leanne O'Rear,
Brandon Jeffrey Gallagher,
Naomi Ortiz,
Ashley Ann Garcia, elected to Alpha Society,
Jessica Ellen Osborne,
Brianna Renee Garcia,
Noah Evan Pace,
Lindsay Marie Garland,
Peyton B. Padfield,
Tanner Duncan Gatlin,
Andrew T. Pamplin,
Victoria Brooke Golly,
August V. Paredes,
Chloe Madeline George,
Charles Egan Cowan Passenger,
Mitchell James Santana George,
Krima Ramesh Patel,
Gregory Alexander Gain,
Heather Joy Peckham,
Corey Douglas Givens,
Allison L. Peak,
Cassidy Rachel Gibbs,
Tressa Perez, elected to Alpha Society,
Zachary Boynton Gibson,
Amy Peterson,
Alex Wayne Godwin,
Isabel Ann Peters,
Kinsey Montana Glenn,
Dylan Pugh,
Courtney Rowan Gordon,
Vincent Potenzi,
Hannah Elizabeth Grant,
Catherine Elizabeth Pieve,
Emily Noel Grants,
Daniel Paul Plaisted,
Caitlin Lee Green,
Sarah Jo Plunkett,
Emily E. Green,
Megan A. Pogue,
Jessica Lee Green,
Javon Nicole Porter,
Ethan Asher Green,
Riley Madison Powell,
Natasha Renee Green,
Roger Kyle Powell,
Sarah K. Grinstead,
Alexis M. Price,
Jonathan A. Gunn,
Martin Hunt Pruitt Jr.,
Sammy N. Haas,
Lauren Elizabeth Philpott,
Cassidy Cheyenne Hale,
Cassie Michelle Price,
Andrea Morgan Guy,
Maya Danielle Priester,
Christine Marie Hale,
Morgan Christine Randolph,
Christian Dwight Helene,
Michaela M. Redlin,
Courtney Michelle Hamilton,
Jennifer Lee Redmond,
Madeline Marie Hankins,
Hannah Ashley Reed,
Melinda Sue Harbin,
Cache LaQuinn Reese,
Tyler Lynn Harbin,
Alyssa J. Renollet,
Lauren A. Harby,
Christy Malin Reyes,
Allison C. Hardaway,
Nicole P. Reynolds,
William R. Harden,
Madison Lee Rich,
Rebecca Schultz Harper,
Stephen K. Richardson,
Jeremy Mason Harris,
Cassandra Alexis Rigel,
Seth Dearman Harris, Distinguished Military Graduate, Commissioned Second Lieutenant, United States Army.
Justin Derek Roberts,
Sydney Denise Harris,
Haley Brianne Rogers,
Caroline M. Haskamp,
Holly Lynn Rogers,
Julie Beth Hawkins,
Kayla Ashton Rogers,
Elizabeth Anna Hayes,
Treasure Miosha Rogers,
Brandy Michelle Hearn,
Carolyn Ann Romiersa,
Marvin Allen Heflin,
Ryan L. Rose,
Garrett S. Henson,
Athene S. Ruiz,
Portia N. Hester,
Elizabeth C. Russell,
Levi James Higgs,
Mitchell Ryan Rust,
Ambria Danielle Hill,
Caitlin Ashley Rudder,
Sarah Lynn Hill,
Spencer John Ryan, elected to Alpha Society,
Andrew Christian Hines,
Stephanie K. Ryan,
Madison Alexis Hazen,
Erica Ann Rylander,
Mary Catherine Hinesley,
Brianna Autumn Raquel Reimer,
Chelsea Ray Hobby,
Joseph Anthony Saunders,
Samantha Christine Hogan,
Julia Elizabeth Shafani,
Megan Nicole Hollister,
Erin Alexandra Shrinker,
Katora V. Holmes,
Ryan Patrick Schroering,
Christopher Andrew Holtz,
Emily Savannah Schultz,
Zachary Tanner Hood,
Amanda Jane Scott,
Philander Lamar Houston Jr.,
Anisha Nicole Scott,
Macy Griffin Howell,
Peyton Deanne Scott,
Sarah Kate Ribnack,
Kent Michael Scruggs,
Hunter Wayne Huff,
Brittany Creel Self,
Aaron David Hubbard,
Amber Nicole Self,
Elizabeth Ray Hunter,
Sarah Margaret Serkonek,
Jessica Faith Hines,
Christopher D. Shaw,
David Warren Ide,
Stefan Salas Shelley,
John Andrew Intaman,
Kaylee Aaliyah Sheldon,
Kelly Lynn Isbell,
Carly Michelle Shelton,
Anna Grace Ireland,
Anthony William Sigismund,
Mark J. Ireland,
Kristen Ashley Sizemore,
Courtney L. Jackson Jr.,
Jonathan Michael Skinner,
Vincent P. Jackson,
John Samuel Smathers,
Marissa A. Jenkins,
Caleb A. Smith,
Marissa Ashley Jenkins,
Colin Michael Smith,
Peyton D. Hoxing,
Liberty Sky Smith,
Bradley Scott Johnson,
Thomas Lucas Smith,
Kaylin Marissa Johnson,
Eric Michael Smith,
Kiera A. Johnson,
Embreen Soani,
Moses Elisha Johnson,
Trey Maxwell Sommerfeld,
Tyler William Johnson,
Hannah Hamblin Springer,
Fox Helms Johnston III,
Jonathan Cordell Stanfield,
Asia Janice Jolly,
Alexander Raymond Spenger,
Adam Norris Jones,
Quinton Sava Stevens,
Josh Shepard Jones,
Kevin May Sturchy,
Madeline Claire Jones,
Kyrian Desiree Stewart,
Marshall McKinley Jones,
Justin Tyler Stoops,
Selena Juma,
Michelle Claire Suarez,
Jasmine Joe Joyner,
Michael Scott Swallows,
Kinawa Nathan Kaitabi,
Catherine Scarlett Swartwood,
Kevin Daniel Karras,
Haley Marie Talley,
Ryan McKenzie Keshner,
Elise Nicole Taylor,
Matthew Daniel Keaton.
Anastasia Cherapova.
Alexis Shakay Kelly.
Benjamin Brooks Thomas.
Matthew Wade Kelly.
Charles Andrew Thomas, Jr.
Philip A. Kennedy.
Imagine Latrice Thomas.
Calvin Edward Kidd.
Christina Sheree Thompson.
Caitlin Elizabeth Killen.
Taylor M. Thompson.
Julia E. Kimsey.
McKinley James Tidwell.
Aaron Lee Kilpatrick.
Hayden Nolan Todd.
Joshua Knox King.
Jenna Christine Tomaszewski.
Treva Juanice King.
Janiqua LaShun Townsend.
Marquez Devon Kinsey.
Alexandra Michelle Tracy.
Megan Ashley Kentner.
Lynn Cam Tran.
Emily Ryan Kistner.
Elizabeth M. Tuggle.
Kristen Nicole Knight.
Ashley Marie Turner.
Alessandra May Knowles.
Aaliyah Marie Twite.
Alexandra Renee Knox.
James Patrick Ursioli.
Catherine Lynn Marie Kropp.
James S. Vance.
Robert Guion Kropp.
Rihanna Marie Van Fossen.
Caitlin M. Kruger.
Austin J. Vanover.
Octavius Deshawn Lanier.
Alexander David Van Census.
Nicholas Taylor Langford.
Christopher Louis Vasquez.
Ian R. Lawrence.
Rachel Elise Veazey.
John Le.
Amy Catherine Vick.
Shelby Peyton Lee.
Andre Vedezera.
Brianna Keishel Leach.
Thomas Michael Vowerk.
Alicia Danby Lee.
Sarah Wallace Ward.
Zachary Chambers Lee.
Molly A. Wagoner.
Britton Thomas Leeper.
Dalton Lane Wakefield.
Rachel Renee Leonard.
Carolyn Elizabeth Wallace.
Justin Joyjun Lee.
Chelsea Madison Warris.
Rachel Parker Lilly.
Madison Cheyenne Webb.
Spencer Lim.
Tyler R. Webb.
John Kevin Llewellyn.
Jason T. Weber.
Stephanie Lee Ann Loggins.
Julia Caitlin Weber, elected to Alpha Society.
Christopher Cho Long.
Leslie Hannah Wheeler.
Joseph C. Looney.
Robert M. White.
Melanie Nicole Magrin.
Adelaide Joe Whitlow, elected to Alpha Society.
Thomas Joseph McGee.
Kip O'Brien Wilkinson.
Jonathan D. Mallory.
Carissa Renee Williams.
Samantha Ann Marignano.
Molly L. Williams.
Robert Shepard Marshall.
Stephen C. Williams.
Kristen Dawn Martin.
Emily A. Willis.
Ilea Denise Mathis.
Haley Alexandra Wilson.
Niema Jade Morgan Martin.
Logan T. Wilson.
Richard Brandon Martinez, Commissioned Second Lieutenant, United States Army.
Rachel Marie Wood.
Taylor Delane McCandless.
Kelsey Danielle Workman.
Lily A. McDaniel.
Jarrett James Worley.
Mary Catherine McDowell.
Tisha Danielle Worley.
Regina Lillian McGee.
Natalia Ye Quevedo.
Tara Ann McLaughlin.
Jessica Ann York.
John Patrick McGrath.
Isabella Victoria Zadunek.
Alexandra Iman McKay.
Patrick Z. Zadunek.
Lori Ann McNabb.
Jensen Mealer.
Michael Garrett McNabney.
Hannah M. Zinder.
Marissa Lynn McParland. Justin A. McCree. Victor Angel Macias. Madison Victoria Melchiona. Edie Belkis Melendez. Austin Shane Miele. Kirby Elizabeth Miles. Liren Elizabeth Miller. Rakiria Jamise Mines. Erin Alyssa Mitchell. John Zachary Mitchell. John Daniel Mobley. Quinn Lee Jean Maloney, elected to Alpha Society. Destiny Lauren Moore. James Paul Moreland. Rachel McKenzie Morrison. Troy L. Moss. Caitlin A. Muller. Danielle Latrice Morel.
I would like to take this opportunity once again to thank all of our marshals under the direction of Dr. Charlene Simmons, who assisted in today's program. We also want to acknowledge the assistance of members of the Chancellor's ambassadors and all those staff who work behind the scenes to help produce commencement. If they would all please stand and accept our applause for their service this morning. And now I invite you to stand and join us in singing the Alma Mater, led by UT students Jerron Burney, Taylor Langford, Gloria Larm, Sarah Rivnak, Hannah Reed, under the direction of Dr. Kevin Ford. And please remain standing for the recessional led by the City of Chattanooga Pipes and Drums.